As luck will have it, we got another nice bright day. So we've just filled up with fuel at the petrol station here, and we're going to be leaving there going up to Cromer, and we're going to be going up to the Blue Sky Cafe on the Cromer front. You can look out across the North Sea there. It's quite a nice setting, big car park, etc. So we'll get on our way and we'll see you up on the North Norfolk coast. But before we do that, have a look at this. This is a review done by Steve. Alright, I know he's in Australia, but it's a good review of the Himalayan.
Hi, I'm Steve. This is How To in 5 and Reviews, and today I'm doing my used bike review on the Royal Enfield Himalayan.
I have put links to his channel in the description, so if you go down to the description of the video you will see a link to his channel. Well worth having a look. He does a pretty decent job of the review. There's lots of them out there, and most of them say pretty much the same thing, which gives the bike a pretty good pretty good thumbs up. And it's now becoming more and more sought after, if you like, although there's plenty of them for sale on the second-hand market. Some of them are being used and abused, being used a lot, going off-road. But you get some very, very low mileage, decent examples out there, and they're really worth going after. If you haven't ridden one, I suggest you go and ride one to see what it's all about. Okay, we'll push on now back up to Cromer. This video was going to be about fitting new exhaust studs to the cylinder head. One of the things that goes and gets very rusty are the cylinder head studs. So I bought some new stainless steel ones, which I hope to fit, but I can't see me doing that now until the new year, and when it gets maybe a little bit warmer as well, possibly. Okay, so we've just come into Cromer now, and we'll make our way through Cromer on the high street out onto the front. We'll now work our way along the front, and Blue Sky Cafe is right on the cliff edge. Well, cliff edge, it's on the cliffs, the cliff edge as such. Quite a nice view, quite a nice outlook, and yeah, well worth a visit. That makes a nice ride out, and we're lucky to have the weather that we have, so let's enjoy as we now make our way to the cafe and get ourselves sorted and get a nice steaming hot cup of coffee. Well, I got my nice steaming hot coffee, as you can see. Also, I had some gluten-free biscuits, which they do. Rather on the expensive side, but anything you have that's gluten-free now costs an arm and a leg. We're now going to make our way to the cliff edge and have a look across the sea. That's such a nice blue sky, and it's not a bad day at all. One thing here is it's very, very windy. But it's a nice bright day, blue sky, so we shouldn't complain. But yes, it's very windy. And we're going to have to start looking back and making our way back as well. Well, it's now time to get back on the bike and make our way back home and get through the high street of Cromer. So we'll see a little bit further along the way, and we'll just follow us as we go. We are now coming into Cromer High Street, and it's quite famous. Goes back, well, it's mentioned, Cromer is mentioned in the Domesday Book of 1086, and the place name Cromer was first found on a wall in 1262 and could mean Crow's Mere or Lake. There are other contenders for the deviation and Norfolk word Cromer, meaning gap in the cliffs, or less likely a direct transfer from the Danish place name. So a lot of history tied up with Cromer, always worth a visit, very popular with the Victorians back in the day. It was the place to come. But now we pass through Cromer and enjoy the sights and sounds. Okay, let's get on our way. We are now on the Cromer Road, coming out of Cromer, heading east, and we're making our way coming past a stall mill. Quite a picturesque B&B now, but we'll have a look at that as we go. And on our right you can see Stour Hill Mill. This was an old flour mill dating back from 1825 to 1827 by James Glaz. The land on which the mill was built was acquired by Thomas Glaz in Gentleman of Paston Hall, and that was in 1778. And it's been now converted into a B&B. Well worth a look if you're out that way. We are now running into Walcock, which is a small village on the east coast between Munsley and Haysborough. The name was from the Anglian word of walla, and the Anglo-Saxon cot, meaning cottage, hut, shelter or den, hence Walcock. And as we go along the front here, on the right hand side, we also see very famous cafe, the Kingfisher, which you can be guaranteed to get a wonderful breakfast from. Also there's the fish and chip shop next door, and they do gluten free, so all very good. So we move on from there along the coast. I would like to thank you all for watching, and hopefully you will give us a thumbs up and possibly subscribe if you haven't already. And do have a look down in the description. There are links to more sites I think you will find interesting if you have a Himalayan.